What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here. Today we are playing in the third match. I thought this was the first. Okay, I've completely confused myself. We are playing today in the third match of this one-day series against England. It is currently tied, I believe, at 1-1. I thought we were in match one, but that has quickly been taken away from me thanks to the graphic that came down in the bottom corner. So I do apologise about that. But yeah, game three, series currently tied 1-1. It is starting to slowly come back to me now. It's felt like ages since I have gone and played this career mode. And we'll be looking to go and obviously finish things off. I think we got done for in the first game, pulled it back in the second game, and in the third game, we're doing all right. I mean, England currently going at over 6 runs and over. They've got two of probably their big guns in at the moment, Alistair Cook and Joe Root, with the latter just going and passing 50 just moments ago. But we'll be looking to go and just tie things down. And if we can go and do that, it is going to make things a lot easier. We are bowling, hopefully, outside of the power play, which is another thing that we do like doing. Well, I prefer not bowling in the power play. I don't know why. I think it's just the line and the length that I bowl. That line there, it does seem to get punished quite a bit in the power play. But that's all right. We will go and take that. Working on that slow ball skill as well as we are in our normal career too. And I think whoever was bowling the last over, Neil Wagner, did manage to go and pick up a wicket. He did, of Joe Root, I believe, towards the back end. So that is really going to go and assist us through. Whew, that is an absolute cracker of a nut. That has started, has just moved away in the air, and it has just gone and just missed off stump. What an absolute cracker to go and start things off. So two left-handers at the crease now as well, which is going to work quite nicely for me, just going and getting that little bit of movement away. You know, as we saw in that first ball, it did go and just miss the off stump. So hopefully we can go and continue on with that there. But Cook has slowed down a little bit since Root has departed. And we're looking to go and carry on that there. Hopefully, that's going to be a good bit of fielding, which is going to, I was going to say, keep it to 1. But Morgan was basically down the other end. Oh, my God. I think they've run 4. No, they've run 3, because Cook's down here now. No, they have run 4. They have run 4. Well done. They have run 4. Unbelievable. Ran 2, and then 2 on the overthrow as well. And now they're going to pick up 1 there. All that hard work, those 3 dot balls to start off with, and then, yep, I would have gone and taken the 2. But no, not the case. We had to have the overthrows, no one backing up, and it does go and just ruins the over a little bit. I mean, we've gone for 6 now. It's not the end of the world. We have only gone for 8 off our first 2, but it just doesn't make it look as nice. We don't pick up that slow ball skill either, which is what we really wanted. That's what we're doing. We're doing that for the slow ball skill, and we just haven't been able to go and pick it up. We're going to move the field back for Morgan as well to this defensive field, just to go and try and, you know, negate a few of the runs, because at the moment, going along quite nicely are the English team. Through 20 overs, already 115 on the board, 3 wickets down, which could be seen as a little bit of concern, but they do bat deep. I think Bopara still to come, Joss Butler at 7, and that there's an outside edge. I thought it was going to be potentially an LBW shout, but yeah, Butler at 7. I believe they have Bradman at 8. If not, I think it may be Stuart Broad, who does have a Test Match 100 to his name. So the kid can bat. Saying that, though, that Test Match 100, I can't remember who it was against. I think it was against a low... Was it against a low-level team? Like not an associate team, because obviously it is a Test match, but, you know, against a team that, you know, not one of the top-tier Test nations, I should say. I'm just trying to rack my brains to think when he got it. There's 50 for Cook anyway. He's carrying on his fine form. Who did Stuart Broad get that 100 against? I think it was 147, I believe. It was a higher score than his old man, who was in the English team as a batsman. I'm trying to think of his name as well, and it's just not coming to me at all. But yeah, I think 147. I think that's like the only 100 he has ever scored. And we have seen Morgan head out as well. So Cook is hanging in there. Cook is the guy who is really anchoring the innings so far for the Poms. That's just a poor ball to any batsman, not just a batsman who's in past his 50. But just to anyone. Cook's 77 now, thanks to that 6. But that's just a poor ball. going to have a cheeky appeal just to see if we can get something out of the umpire. We're not going to. But yeah, just a poor ball, and that has really gone and helped them along his way. Bopara in now, so as we said, they have lost Morgan, which isn't a bad thing. But still, a lot of runs on the board. Heading into that 30th over, a lot of people say, you know, when it comes, well, not so much nowadays, because the last 10, 15 overs are so explosive, you know, in a one-day innings. You can score so many runs in those last 10, 15. But a lot of people say with wickets in hand, you'd basically double your score at the 30 over stage. So if that is the case, England are looking as though they are going to be heading to a score of around 300, unless we can go and pick up some wickets quick, smart, which we haven't really been able to do as of late. And I've seemed to say this quite often now, that wickets do seem to be very hard to come by in all career modes. So that, well, the last 5 balls were good. The first ball not great, as we did go and get pumped for that 6. But we're going to just keep going. I'm not sure how many overs we have bowled to date so far, but we must be getting, I wouldn't say close to the end of our spell, because we did come in the 16th over, but I think we must be getting close to about halfway through. We must have bowled, I'd say, about 6 overs. We have been pretty economical today, which definitely does go and help. Only 17 runs taken off our overs so far. I'm not sure if that's 5 or 6, but definitely going and getting the job done. Definitely getting the job done. That's what we want to do. Just keep dotting them up. Just keep dotting them up. That's what we have done today. Today we have been economical, as I said just before. And what that has done is it has put pressure on the batsmen to the bowlers at the other end. And the bowlers at the other end have gone and reaped the rewards. They have been the guys who have been taking the wickets. And I mean, I don't mind if we sit here and if we bog down and just are bowling dot, you know, go for 1 or 2 in an over. Just try and not release that pressure valve off the batsman too soon, which we haven't done so far. That there has a little bit. They get the single. Means Cook will keep the strike heading into the next over. But just the one coming off the over, that is definitely all we really need to do. 160 for 4 after 30 overs, I believe. So at that halfway stage now, and Wags has gone and basically backs me up perfectly. He has gone, created the pressure, and because of that, he has gone and taken the wicket of Cook. So all of a sudden, that 300 that we were talking about, or close to 300 that we were talking about for this English side, is looking a little bit in danger with 5 wickets down and still basically 19 overs to go, we shall say. So all we need, I mean, if we can keep it tight here, possibly pick up a wicket. It would be nice to go and pick up a wicket. You know, no greater feeling as a bowler than going and finally taking one, especially when you've had you know, a pretty good day with the ball, which I feel we have, and just haven't really been rewarded with that opportunity. The batsmen, since the patch, just don't seem to take the same risks as they used to, which isn't, you know, it's not a bad thing that the AI isn't going and doing stupid stuff that's going and rewarding you with wickets. You know, you do need to work for it and just keep plugging away, which is what we have done here today. Talking about stupid stuff, though, they have just gone and taken a stupid run to go and release the pressure, and that has gone and led to a run out by old man Vittori. And as I said, pressure does funny things. We've bowled well, we've bowled economically, and because of that, we have gone and seen the wicket fall. Even though it doesn't go against our name, it goes down to us. It goes down to the pressure that we have been applying with the ball, and we are actually going to go and pick ourselves up a maiden there. So just 1 run off the last 2 overs, and we are definitely going and getting the job done here. And as we said, 300 now is a long way away for this English side. 6 for 164 with... Sorry, 6 for 171 after that over, with 17 overs left to go. Bopara, the only really recognised batsman left, so if we can manage to go pick him up and get Bradman as well, there isn't too much really to offer from the tail from this English side. And they were really coasting. Remember when we first came into bowl in about the 16th over, sorry, not the required run rate. The run rate was up over 6. We have now dropped it down and it is almost at 5. So we've definitely gone and done our job that we have needed to. Remember, just 1 run coming off the last 2 overs. So we are definitely gone, bogged these English batsmen down, and are making it a lot easier for our batsmen when they do have to come in and bat in about 15 overs or so time. This is good. This is great bowling from Cliff. This is exactly what we want to see. We want to see these dot balls. That's what people come to. This is what fills stadiums, is the line and length bowling, the on-the-spot bowling of Cliff. He is just going and he's got it on a string today, folks. He is just putting it in that same area time and time again. They get that one. It is a little bit annoying when they do get that one off the last ball of the over. It does obviously ruin the maiden, releases the pressure just a little bit, but you can't ask for a better pitch map than that. Basically all in the same spot. We've only bowled 7, so we've still got 3 overs left to go, which is quite crazy. Saying that, though, it does mean hopefully we might be able to pick ourselves up a wicket, which I think someone else has done, because now 7 down England and 300 looking very, very far away. It is Bopara who has gone. Broad, on the other hand, is 17 off 17. So, sorry, it's Bradman. Bopara was gone before that, so Bradman gone. But Broad has come in. Maybe it was that big pep talk we had about his batting prior to this video that he had gone and obviously scored that 100. I believe it was at Lord's. I think it was at Lord's. Can't quite remember who it was against. Don't know how he did it because, I mean, Stuart Broad, he's not an awful batsman, but he's not a good batsman by any stretch of the imagination. You know, he's not a guy that you would really expect to go and score 100. So I don't know how he did it. Obviously, he was having a good day. Things were going his way. I have a funny feeling it was against someone like Bangladesh. Finally, we get a little bit of reward. Butler missed, well, I guess just plays completely all around one. We do get it to cannon into off stump. Off stump comes out of the ground. And we finally get reward. I believe that was a wicket maiden as well for us. And all of a sudden, we talked about 300. 220 is looking dangerous for England here. I mean, at this stage, with just 2 wickets left in hand, they probably would take 220 at this stage. They would probably take it. Man. If we pick up a couple of quick ones here and keep them under 200, that is going to be a huge, huge mental victory for us. If we can manage to do it. I don't think we will. I think Anderson's a guy who, he can stick around. He's not going to score many runs for you, but he can stick around. He has showed us that a few times in tests when he has been required to bat time to save the test match for England. So he can do that. You'll just expect Broad to be the guy who is going to go and try and score the runs. So having Anderson in here, you know, it's not the end of the world because it does mean we can go and just bog him down, build the pressure up, and that will build pressure on Broad as well because he will know that he needs to score those runs. And as I said, if we can go and do that, if we can just continue to build up the pressure on Anderson, not allow him anything, that is exactly not what we wanted to do. We didn't want to put it on the pads. As I've said, I think I said it in, I can't remember when I said it actually. I said it in a video. Anything on the pads is just so easy to work away. And they are actually now going to go and pick up 7 off the over, which is, you know, you've got to feel disappointed as a bowler with that because it's a pretty good over. You've been bowling well. I think we've bowled 3 maidens or 2 maidens in the last 3 overs or whatever. And to go and bowl like that is just very, very disappointing. So 2 overs, I believe, left to go. Or maybe 1? Hang on. Yeah, just 1 over left to go. 1 for 26 so far with 2 maidens. That's where I got the 2 mixed up from. And it would be nice if we could pick up another one of these scalps. I think it would just make our figures look that little bit better than they already are. Obviously, very economical, and that's what we have spoken about a lot today, is the economical bowling that we do. But yeah, to pick up that other wicket, that 2 for 26 or even 2 for 30 does look a lot better than that 1 for 26 or 1 for 30, depending on what we go and get. But I just want Broad to go and miss-time one down the ground, or miss-time one to third man, or miss-time one to fine leg. Miss-time one to me and we can get a caught and bowled. I don't care. I don't care how we get it. I just want a wicket. 2 balls left. Can we get one before we go and wrap things up? Oh, has he timed it well enough? Get the catch. Oh, no. It's gone for a 6. 1 for 32. That was the right idea, though. I didn't think he was going to get all of it. And we would have gone and profited from that. But not the case. We have finished with 1 for 32 off our 10 overs, which is not a bad run whatsoever. I'm going to wrap things up here. Do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to leave a like. If you are new, please do subscribe. Make sure you check out my Facebook and Twitter links. That can be found down below in the description. Hope you guys had a good week so far. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. We've got cricket coach New Zealand Reborn carrying on in our test match in there. New Zealand win the game. We win the series. Tim Southey, man of the match, 4 for 42. Well done to him. And Kane Williamson, 91 off 58. Absolutely incredible. We get there with 18 overs left to spare. Incredible work by the Kiwis. Anyway, guys, make sure you check out that cricket coach video tomorrow. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you soon.